Here's why you play Arlott, the Lone Lancer, in the EXP lane. First off, he possesses excellent crowd control, allowing him to disrupt multiple enemies during team fights. Arlott's skill set provides sustain and damage, enabling him to excel in both 1v1 duels and team engagements. His incredible chain skill potential makes him a formidable force, capable of wiping out enemies with well-timed combos. However, Arlott is reliant on marks for his maximum potential and struggles against tanky fighters who can endure his damage output. Arlott's passive skill, Demon Gaze, allows him to mark enemy units affected by control effects or automatically mark a nearby enemy hero every few seconds. These marks are key to chaining his skills effectively, enabling him to deal massive damage and sustain himself during fights. Arlott's first skill, Dauntless Strike, lets him swing his lance forward, dealing physical damage and briefly stunning enemies in the area. Targets hit by the outer part of the AoE are stunned for a longer duration, making it an essential tool for initiating fights or disrupting enemies. Arlott's second skill, Vengeance, allows him to charge at a target, dealing physical damage. If the target is marked, this skill deals double damage, restores health, and refreshes its cooldown, making it his primary source of damage and sustain. Arlott's ultimate skill, Final Slash, enables him to cleave enemies in front of him, dealing damage and pushing them to the edge of the area. This move also reveals their position briefly, making it great for setting up combos or isolating enemies. A basic skill combo for Arlott is to maximize his damage by using his second skill on a marked enemy. Position yourself and use ultimate to crowd control and mark multiple enemies, then use second skill repeatedly to damage and sustain yourself as you eliminate marked targets. When marks are all used up, follow up with his first skill to CC and mark enemies again. Moving on to builds, I usually build Tough Boots, Hunter Strike, War Axe, Athena's Shield, Dominance Eyes, and Immortality. These are the emblems that go along with this build. As for battle spells, the best spell for Arlott in my opinion is Vengeance, as it enhances his sustain during extended fights in the EXP lane or team fights. Arlott counters fragile fighters like Sun and Zulong who lack the durability to withstand his sustained damage and crowd control. Arlott is best countered by tanky fighters like Thamus and Fredrin who can endure his burst damage and punish him in prolonged battles. The best allies for Arlott in my opinion are tanks with strong crowd control like Gatot Kaca and Atlas who can mark enemies for Arlott to chain his skills effectively. You should maximize his second skill first for damage and sustain, only then upgrade for a skill as a backup. Upgrade his ultimate whenever available. To make the most of Arlott, focus on capitalizing on marks. Always target marked enemies with Vengeance to refresh its cooldown and sustain yourself. Stay close to allies with strong CC to ensure more marks on enemies. During team fights, use Final Slash, his ultimate, to disrupt the enemy formation and mark multiple enemies for follow-up damage. Be mindful of your positioning. Overextending can leave you vulnerable to burst damage or tanky opponents who can outlast your skills. Use his first skill for both initiating and peeling, as its stun can control key threats or protect your